It's about as accessible as it comes as chair yoga. Caroline, who's actually 2/3 of YoGlasgow, she does all the clever stuff behind the scenes and teaches more classes than me. She said to me, "You're probably quite good at this, you might enjoy it." I was a bit kind of yoga in a chair. I was honestly sceptical about it, but now it blows me away. I personally think this is the epitome of yoga. The idea of yoga is trying to lift people and get to the heart of the person, trying to get to people and help people.
The great thing about yoga is that it grows with you. So I'm not going to be doing back headstands and things now. So I like to teach chair yoga because it's accessible for people that are less mobile. So they still get the same benefits, but just from doing it in a chair.
There's nothing more accessible than this.
Fits into their lives. All that people have to do is turn up, take their shoes off. They don't need to change, and they can come with somebody.
I struggle to go and teach mat-based yoga now because I know how much this helps people.
I've had people say how much it's improved their mobilities, particularly perhaps with neck, people that couldn't turn their head, they found that they can move it much better. Or people whose hips have been a problem, or sciatica, they found that it really helps with them and reduces their reliance on medication, which is what many of the people are hoping to do.
I feel my knees are a bit more supple than they were. I was getting a bit stiff with my knees, and I feel it's better, and even just my fingers and things.
Well, I've been having problems with my neck, stiffness. And I find out the exercise is actually quite good. And you can do them at home.
The biggest benefit I found, I'm a car driver and I reversed into a driveway, and I had found that sometimes turning my neck, was getting more difficult. And now I feel as though my head will spin round. And it's exercises like the chair yoga, but overall, body-wise, big difference. No stiff shoulders, and the legs are in better condition than they have been for years.
I've got scoliosis spine, so I'm in pain virtually every day. The chair yoga was in another hall, and I joined in with 12 maybe people, and within a couple of weeks the pain in my back wasn't as bad. I felt better for it. All over. Absolutely loved it.
The teaching of it is just wonderful, and it's only an hour, but that hour you feel it's a good workout that you have, and I would recommend it to anybody to come along. And as you say, apart from the fellowship with people, there's also, as I say, your body is being rejuvenated again.
I think it offers a glimmer of hope for some people who think that they're never going to be able to exercise, either perhaps through, quite a few people with arthritis, or weight is a problem, perhaps using a walking stick or a relator, people use those, and it is a chance that they can still exercise. They're not being excluded. They can, as long as you can sit and move arms, legs, turn, twist, breathe, really, that's all you need.
My daughter brought me along here before Christmas time, because I'm 91 now, and she wasn't sure if I'd manage it, but I've enjoyed it. I've been coming ever since, and I find I'm able to move myself, so that is good.
Some people who come here would not have access to any other form of exercise, and quite often socialisation as well. You can get a really wide range of people in the class with a wide range of different health conditions. A woman who came today, for example, has not been out of the house in quite a long time, and she's come along with support. With people in wheelchairs, with people coming with sticks, with wheeler Zimmer frames. So it's really important for us. Everywhere is walk-in, wheel-in access. We're deliberately not in gyms, yoga studios, etc. We're deliberately in community centres, places that are known in the community, maybe a church hall, for example. I always like to say to people, look, this is no Zumba, it's no MetaFit. I'm not here to drive you through a routine. It's not my job to drive anybody through a routine. The idea is that you come to the class and you practice at a level that you're capable of. I try and deliberately not use language as well that would set people up for failure. Try not to say things like, if this is too hard for you, I would just say, you might try this, or maybe you do it this way, or maybe you do it that way. I like to talk in direction of travel rather than destination. Sit back towards your heels, for example. I don't say sit on your heels. Take your hands overhead towards the floor behind you. I don't say put your hands on the floor, because as soon as you give a person a destination, they don't reach the destination, they feel like a failure. I love the clapping because generally through the class, I'm always saying to people that you participate together as a group, but everybody's an individual. You're not competing with anybody, you're not competing with me. But when it comes to the clapping, without realising that everybody's actually working in unison, so everybody's working with the pattern of the clap, which is really nice. So the person comes as an individual, they do the bulk of the class as an individual, but there's that point in the class with the clapping that people come together. It's almost like a football match or a concert or something like that, where people are doing the same thing, pretty much ideally at the same time. The thing that's commonly said is 1 in 4 years have got issues with mental health. The reality is 4 in 4 people have mental health. Realistically, we're not either sane or insane or mentally stable or mentally unstable. Everybody's moving up and down a scale. So having a place to come where you've got other people, it's either very cheap or free, which is what our classes are, in a similar situation yourself. You don't even need to be talking about it. People don't need to come here and talk about their mental health, but they see other people like themselves, they see other people in a similar situation, and they see that people are just getting out and mixing again.
Okay. So spread your toes, curl them up, spread your toes, curl them up. So the question, any news?
Mark and I drew Old Club.
A senior citizens club on the Monday.
Oh.
And one of our clientele collapsed in the park.
Oh.
So we had to get the ambulance. And while we were getting the ambulance for him, one of our other clientele decided to go through the park with her car, got stuck, got out the car and she fell in the mud.
Oh no. Oh my goodness.
You should get old enough. And keeps me young.
It's good because it's inclusive. Everybody sort of chats to each other, and it's fun because you're, as a chair yoga instructor, you're really sort of the compere of the class. So you can tell jokes and still get all the exercise in. So
another day we showed a dirty movie, we didn't know it was a dirty.
So round and round there, what was the movie?
Socialisation's massive, it's absolutely massive. The World Health Organisation's recognising this now, that we need to integrate socialisation and social activity, physical exercise. Chair yoga is the new bingo.
There's quite a few people that come in and say hiya that I wouldn't have spoke to before.
You never knew any of these people, probably never would.
We didn't.
If I didn't come to this club. I'm quite a quiet person. And I would sit in the SOD and sit and read papers.
Yeah, good to your eyes.
I would sit place. I'm mixing a bit.
That's good.
For the benefit of it. I know people know that. I feel you get to know that they boost your confidence a wee bit when you can have a wee joke with a bit. Talk to him and ask him if you can help me with this. So, the next thing
have everybody together.
you're getting out and you're picking up, they need any help. I thought there was a lot here to help.
I'm listening more community.
Yes, yes.
Get help a wee bit in the community.
I was on 2 separate antidepressants at the same time, and with different sports on here. Don't take them anymore, don't need them. Started doing the chair yoga, table tennis, pickleball, badminton, and I'm doing them also. I've not really got time to take antidepressants anymore. There is some days that I still feel a bit low, but I know I've got people relying on me, so I'm up and ready.
Most people are older, maybe retired, so sometimes you don't have much structure to your life. So having the chance to attend a class twice a week, lots of people will come twice a week, means that they come, they meet people, they get out of the house, and often go off perhaps to have a coffee afterwards or a tea or meet beforehand for a chat. So they always know that there's someone here that they can meet up with, and really does reduce isolation, I think.
I love it. It's a community, isn't it? And I do think it helps. A wee bit of exercising, getting out and getting fresh air is good for you. Rather than maybe some people just sit in the house watching the television all day.
It keeps you more alert and you're thinking about things because you're having to think about what you're doing, you know, which can be quite hard at times.
And it's lovely seeing everybody else here. We've made a wee community of ourselves.
Perhaps over 40 people attend a session, and some of those from the very first class, there's a couple, and that we're talking 5 years ago, are still coming, and perhaps coming twice a week. So you can see it's become part of their lives, which is what you want for to keep moving, do exercise, and keep up with people.
Caroline's really good, and her voice is nice and calming, which is what you want.
There's time to relax at the end of a class, and the breathing is very important. So we teach perhaps breathing in, breathing out at certain times, and they get into the habit of breathing along with the class. So breathing is probably one of the most important things for mental health. People forget to breathe, or they're hunched up over a screen or something that means their rib cage is a bit squashed, so they can open their chest and breathe. Simple as that.
Another 2. Right, make us a belter. Run in. Right, did you get you? Legs up. Inhale up. To the side. Come up the middle. Again.
Perhaps a daughter, maybe of my age, would bring their mother, so, or a son brings his mother, or, you know, it means that lots of different people get benefits from it that probably wouldn't get the chance to do exercise.
People come where they bring people they're supporting. For example, somebody brings a friend or a partner with Parkinson's, and I can see the benefit to the person who's supporting the person with Parkinson's. I can see that they're getting lost in the class, you know, because I know that it's respite for them, and I see the benefit, I see it in their face, I see how submerged they are in the class, the benefits they're getting through it's really, it's quite humbling.
I shall have to be the glitter ball. If anybody's got a special request, Richard is DJing. It's got to be ABBA.
Today we are having Easter House first ever chair yoga disco, and it's to raise funds. Chair yoga is a way of social prescribing health. It's amazing. Instead of taking tablets, people are now actually being told to come and take part in this exercise, and it's making real changes to real people's lives.
just like the streets. So what's my prices? A war in a hole with the girls around and curves and all the right places. Big girls, you are beautiful. 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 Oh, you are beautiful.
Think some enjoyed the bingo.
2 little ducks. 22. 84. Legs 11. Number 3. Aye. 82. I'll pop you out. 4 and 7, 47.
44, 49, 51, 50.
I'll get you on the bus, son. Sorry.
Is that one, Lisa? No. Thanks very much.
Definitely most of them are enjoying the dancing at the moment, and I'm sure when they come in here and see the food, they'll be quite happy with that too. It's amazing because some of these people, when they first started coming to chair yoga, were really, really struggling. And yet, if you look, seen what's happening out there, there's so many of them are actually able to get up and start dancing. There's no pressure on them to stand up. It's a chair disco, so you do what you can.
It's a Sunday morning, how I long to be there with Marie who's waiting for me there.
But most of them are doing far more than they would have done 6 months ago or a year ago when they started chair yoga.
I've been hugely impressed by the work of YoGlasgow. I've seen what they've done in my constituency, the regular sessions they hold at the Phoenix Centre in Easterhouse. I've been along and spoke to the participants, and what they've told me is that the sessions of the chair yoga that YoGlasgow run there have allowed them to get out of the house, to meet new people, to socialise. It helps them with physical challenges they've got, but also very importantly, it helps them with some mental challenges they've got, maybe stuck in the house or not getting out and talking to people. So in all of those areas, it's been really, really positive. I highly recommend the work they do. The chair yoga sessions are just fantastic, and we've had sessions there with up to 100 people attending, which is very, very impressive. Support for this kind of activity. It's not just great for the people that do it, it also frankly saves the NHS money because people are less likely to be requiring services from the NHS that they otherwise might do. So all really, really positive, and I'm looking forward to seeing YoGlasgow and the sessions at Phoenix going from strength to strength in the future.
It initially started with Gail, our community links worker over there, based in Easterhouse. Back in 2019, identifying that, there was a gap that maybe needed supported to be filled, and so worked very closely with Caroline and brought YoGlasgow into the health centre as a pilot project with the Links Worker programme. And it started off with about 7 to 10 people, am I right in saying that? Obviously, COVID hit, and then when it came back to wanting to run it again, the health centre couldn't facilitate that, so the Phoenix Centre thankfully stepped in, and since then it has just grown arms and legs, and it's beautiful to see it in Postle, Springburn, and all the other areas in north east and northwest Glasgow.
The benefits of yoga, chair yoga, is unbelievable. And we're here today, what's the reason we're here? We're here to demonstrate to the government, to say to the government, this works. Why don't we spread it out? Let's fund it and spread it out throughout Scotland. Because we have an ageing population, we're all ageing, and we need to help. And chair yoga is one of the easy routes to help.
I'm Minister for Sport as well as a Health Minister. Being physically active is one of the best things that we can do for our health and well-being. And we know that there are so many different ways that we can be active. So the World Health Organization have had a look at yoga. They say that it has immediate psychological benefits, decreasing anxiety and stress, and increasing the feelings of emotional and social well-being. And it's just great that YoGlasgow have found a way to make sure that everybody can experience that feel-good that comes from being active.
If you get a point, you're just like, just sit and breathe, alright? You ready? Let's do that.